know what I'm saying? B, kind of got distracted there. What I wanted to talk about was that scene with Amy where she's like, yo, I'm dying. It's not fun. Not a good time, but you know, you can still pull it out for us. Pull out a win here, Sonic. And what she's like, at the end there, when she like died and the phone cut out, and she went, I'm sorry I never got a chance to say I love you. Right? That's clearly what she was about to say. She was clearly gearing up to be before she got rudely interrupted by her own death. Oh fuck.
Cannot defeat. So
don't want to talk of this dialogue.
This just to reach the one Z you cannot defeat. As all say,
Oh shit, this is gonna break. This is gonna break. Don't have time. Fuck. Damn it. Like, she was, before she was so rudely interrupted by death, she was clearly gonna say, sorry I never got the chance to say I love you. Which, on its face, you would think, that's kind of weird. Like, why would she, like, of course she loves him. I mean, that's been her entire character throughout the entire franchise, all up till this point. Like, yeah, no shit. You love Sonic the Hedgehog. That's your thing. Why would you even need to feel the urge to say that? But then you actually think about it, and you're like, wait, has she said that? Has Amy ever said, I love you, to Sonic? I don't know if she has. Like, thinking about it, thinking about all their scenes together and all their interactions throughout the series, I don't think she has ever actually said the L word to Sonic. In the entire franchise, in all of their interactions together. I can't, like, off the top of my head, I actually can't think of it. I actually can't think of any time she said, I love you. Like, the L word. Ah, fuck. Like, huh. That's actually pretty interesting to think about. Because you would, like, you go based on her behavior, you go like, what are you talking about? First of all. But then you think about it, she's never actually said the word love. She's never actually said, I love you, Sonic. That is actually kind of significant when you think about it. Because, like, I guess this depends on personal, like, your own standards when it comes to this sort of thing, but to me, actually busting out the L word is actually kind of a big deal. Like, that's kind of a fundamental thing. Like, to me, busting out the L word is kind of an assertion of commitment. Like, when you're saying, I love you to someone, that is a completely other level compared to, oh, I have a crush on him because I admire him, he's my knight in shining armor, he's a hero, cool guy. I've got a fangirl crush on him, right? But then, like, there's that. Or even just like, oh, we've been dating for a while and, like, we like hanging out together. Like, you're my special someone. Like, actually saying I love you to someone feels like it's on a completely other, like, there's a whole different set of implications and expectations to that. Like, if you're someone who, like, that's taken kind of lightly to you, that, like, oh yeah, I say I love you when you bring me some like bacon back ribs, you know? Yeah, oh, I like the same movie that you do. Oh, I love you on the first date with someone, right? You know, some people are like that. Some people are, like, use the word love kind of frivolously. But that's kind of, like, so I can only speak for myself, but for me, like, that is a kind of a big deal to say that. I remember, like, this is getting kind of personal, but, like, when I was in my first relationship, I would say, like, I'm in like with you. And I would say that kind of as a joke, and she got fucking pissed off about that after a while. Because I would say that, like, I'm in like with you. Because to me,
tenacious. I'd respect you, but hate yourself.
because to me, like, that is a commitment. Like, actually saying, like, I love you. Like, you can't just say that unless you're sure of it, you know? Because saying yeah.
Over, hedgehog.
I want to finish what I'm talking about, but this is actually a pretty beast-ass boss fight. First, you gotta knock his guard down, and then charge up your homing attack. This fight is actually pretty legit. Like, this is a mano-a-mano fucking brawl with this guy. No gimmicks like everyone else. Like, he's actually like, you and me, we're gonna fucking go at it. Like, saying I love you to someone means, to me, that means I care about you more than I care about myself. Like, you're that important to me. That's like family, familial love. It is rooted in a different kind of thing from romantic love to me. Like, it's sort of implicit when it comes to familiar stuff. But when you actually get like you're someone I care about, that I'm not, like, in a romantic way, and you say I love you, that is a big deal, as far as my standards are concerned. That means, like, I care about you more than I care about myself. That means I want to be committed to this. That just, it adds so much more weight and importance to the relationship when you finally bust it out. When you bust out the, like, I guess you could say, like, that's, again, I guess it's just depending on your own personal standards about it. Again, I do know people who do treat it as kind of frivolously and don't take it all that seriously to say that. But to me, it is. It is something that, when you say that, it means something. Like, there's extra weight and importance that's being attached. So, when you think about it, Amy hasn't ever said, I love you, to Sonic before. When you think about it... Come on, Zewe. Let's charge this up. So when you think about it, like, all this time, her mentality, probably from both sides, has been more along the lines of, oh, she's a fangirl, and she's just got a crush on Sonic, and yeah, she likes him. Come on. I gotta knock him off the frontier. And she likes him, of course, and, oh, I want to marry you, and all that, but has she ever dropped a hard L? As far as I can remember, I can't think of any time she's ever said, I love you, Sonic, in the mainline games. Maybe in a spin-off or something, maybe like in Sonic Battle or something like that, maybe, but nothing comes to mind.
Playtime is over.
So that is sort of a next step kind of thing, and it especially makes sense because of what the relationship is kind of like with each other. Especially at this point where they've reached that kind of understanding where, like, Sonic's just the kind of guy who's never gonna be tied down in a relationship with her, with anyone like that. He lives for adventure. He lives to be free. He's with his back to the wind. He's never going to be tied down to a relationship. And that's part of what she loves about him and understands and respects that about him. So, to a degree, it almost feels like, out of respect for the fact that she knows he would never be down for that kind of thing, like a serious relationship with someone. That's just not his style. I mean, come on. It almost feels like yeah, that's like, I'm not gonna... I care about him too much to... Fuck. You're tricking me. To, like, drag him down with worrying about that. Like, she's trying to be non-selfish and be like... Like, he doesn't got time for that kind of thing, right? So why bother him with it? You know, oh, I love you. Like, fuck, that would just be on top of everything. Yeah, like, from her perspective, is what I'm trying to say, you know? Like, I'm trying to think about why she wouldn't have said that all this time, and now is like, at the end of all things, oh shit, I'm gonna die. Fuck, I wish I had said this when I had the chance, am I right? You know, again, I'm kind of walking in circles here, but just because, like, I feel like I really try, and it's important to me to, like, try and articulate what the fuck I'm even talking about. So I really don't, I get paranoid about, like, being misunderstood. But hopefully you get what I mean. Where she's like, fuck, I have felt this way about you, and it is next level feelings beyond what has been kind of understood about our relationship up to this point, and I didn't want to ruin where we were. You know, I don't want to, like, fuck up this friendship or whatever, you know? Or dating, depending on what you want to interpret about the relationship. And I don't want to fuck that up by saying, hey, I love you, and ruining it, you know? That kind of concern. But now it's like, well, I'm dead. Fuck, never got a chance to say this. Wish I had. Sorry, I wasted time, and now I'm dead, and I never got a chance to say I love you. Like, dude, that says a lot. That says a lot about their relationship, I feel like. And Sonic, here at the end of all things, standing on the edge, it's not the end of, like, this is the end of the world and I can see it from here. Probably going, like, probably reassessing some things. Maybe, I don't know. Time to, like, let's sleep on it, right? That's a lot of heavy shit. Let's sleep on it. Oh shit, we're having a nightmare. So the reason I held off on this to the end is because it has the Deadly Six teaming up with the bosses. With the bosses from... Nights into Dreams. And look, there's Relay flying around and he's banishing us into the nightmare. And now this whole level is fighting all the Deadly Six one after another as they are paired up with an appropriate nightmare and boss from Nights into Dreams. Isn't that awesome? Like, he's riding the fat Boobarella girl around because she can act as his, like, son thing that he was using during his boss fight. And now the fat one's being paired up with the hand because it's like the face from the fight that we had with them. And that's amusing. That's really fun. That's interesting. That they're taking this long, kind of forgotten Sega property and having a little crossover DLC level with Sonic. That's awesome. That's adorable. Like, once again, this is the benefit you end, once I think, is an argument in favor of the Deadly Six. Yeah, now here's Knights himself to set right what once went wrong. Although we're fucking this up here. There we go. Yeah, he's flying... I feel like this is like... And she's paired up with the fucking catfish guy. That's awesome. Remember this? From the video I did on Knights? Isn't that kind of awesome? Remember this fight? Like, they actually work like a combination of the fight you have with the Deadly Six and the fight you have with them in Nights in the Dreams. That's so creative. Like, this is the magician guy. fuck you. And again, this is like an argument in favor of villains like the Deadly Six, where you can't just, well, you can, but like if you just have the primary villain Eggman, the Mario vs. Bowser mentality, for the entire series, it gets stale after a while, necessarily speaking. So it pays to have minion type villains like what the Deadly Six are, although of course, being Sonic and being Eggman, he can't like fall back on using like an ancient mysterious helper entity without it backfiring on him every single time it backfires on him, right? But that's what the Zeddy kind of are doing. They're being other bosses to fight throughout the game. And that's the advantage you get. Yeah, see, there's Knights. And he's kind of fighting relay, and boom, he saved the day, and now we're flying around the landscape following Knights. Yay! It's so adorable! Just racking up the lives, too. Yeah! Sonic and Knights! That's fantastic, dog! That's so wonderful. Aw, that just makes me happy. Sonic and Knights. That's great. Yeah, like, that's the boon you get from having villains like that. Variety in your boss fights. Extra flavor to it. And, like, people complain about, oh, their personality and how they're written, but they have impeccable visual design. That's another thing that people don't give credit to this game is the Deadly Six. God damn it. Like, are visually really interesting villains. They're all really well designed in terms of how they look. They all have different color palettes. They all have distinct, unique silhouettes to differentiate them in a lineup from one another. The visual design that goes into, like, their look, like, it's sort of like a uniform kind of thing. They all have horns. They all have black as part of their character design. So it unifies them, but they also are distinct enough that you can tell them apart from one another, and they're interesting in how they look. So they're unique compared to anything else that Sonic has dealt with throughout the series up until this point.
Your friend has embarrassed me for the last time. You will be the instrument of my revenge.
Yeah, it'll be fun to have your little buddy scramble you like an omelet.
I like how Sonic is Tails' little buddy.
Enjoy your last moments of free will. When we return, you'll be our slave.
I built a TV out of paper clips and reprogrammed a supercomputer using dishwashing detergent and a toothpick. I'm not even gonna need the detergent.
Oh, Tails, you're the best! I love you so much! Everything about Tails is the greatest thing!
Wow, it's quite a drop.
Yes, yes it is.
Riveting conversation.
You guys are going down. This energy machine has made us way stronger.
And yet, I am going to demolish you one after another. Oh no! I thought you could fly. The fuck? Oh shit.
Eggman.
Like, that's what I'm talking about. You can link Colors and Lost World side by side, and Lost World is definitely on the oh shit side of the gradient. Sonic Colors is the pure, like, all fun all the time, all let's, like, bamboozle.
Revenge is a dish best served cold.
And Lost World is the same thing, basically, but way more oh shit. It has been thrown into the pot, you know what I'm saying? But, oh, Tails! Oh no! Oh, we just fought the Deadly Six as part of the Nightmare stage, and now we're gonna fight him again. That's hilarious. Once again, here is the boon of having characters like the Deadly Six. Variety in your boss fights. Not that they're any match for our fucking the fastest thing alive, am I right?
Blue! My favorite flavor!
Blue, my favorite flavor. A, I agree. B, stout. Excuse me. It's like, fuck's sake. Oh my god. Would you fuck off with this? Like, I continue to assert that Sonic is just becoming more and more exponentially powerful in every degree. Where it's like, dude, this, like...
Mom was right, I'm a failure.
Mom was right, I'm a failure. Jesus. Oh my god. Immediately fall to my death. That was great. Like, yeah, we're super strong with the power of the Earth's energy. Yeah, but Sonic's just gonna beat your ass. Like, because he's Sonic. It's like, again, I can't not compare it to DBZ. When the Ginyu Force show up on King Kai's planet, and Yamcha and Chaozu and Tien and all of them have gotten so much exponentially stronger
Favorite flavor!
since their training that they can just fucking blow them away without even really trying. Only it's not with the secondary characters. Like, imagine fucking Majin Buu era Goku, who is strong, again, as I pointed out, stronger than Super Sonic was at the end of Sonic Adventure. Fighting the Ginyu Force. Like, just fuck you guys. You ain't got nothing! King Kong, like, fucking Donkey Kong ain't got nothing on me. I'm fucking Sonic the Hedgehog. And then, on the other end of the scale, you have Tails being a beast-ass bro. Ah, you dick. Fuck you. Yes, I'm very proud. Meanwhile, on the other side of the scale, like, Sonic beast-assing all over these guys purely in terms of physical capability, because he's Sonic the Hedgehog, and he can just destroy space and time without fucking by accident. Meanwhile, on the other side of the scale, Tails is outsmarting them with his fucking brains, and like they're trying to like turn him into a robot or whatever, and he's like, yeah, thanks for the toothpick, bitch. Because he's Tails. He's like, oh, dude, my days of being a distressed sidekick are so behind me. Like fucking 10 years too late. Like, motherfucker, I don't know if you heard, but I believe in myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need Sonic to fucking save me. Like... Oh, look at the no animation. Fucking idiots. Like, I don't know if you heard, but I'm kind of a beast-ass motherfucker in my own right nowadays. Oh, thanks for the toothpick. I'm gonna reprogram your shit while tied up using my prehensile tail, which I apparently have. Apparently his tails are prehensile, which is sexy. That was fucking weird, though. I'm just gonna grab the toothpick with the tip of my tail and start typing with it and doing some beast-ass shit, because I'm fucking Tails. I'm fucking Miles Tails per hour. My name's a pun. You think you can handle this? You think you can handle this? You think you can handle miles per hour? Nah. I'm sorry, Tails is my favorite character, and like I said, have some of the best fucking Tails moments in this game. Outside of like him developing and becoming his own separate the animation. Fuck these people. Aside from the moments in the adventure games, goddammit, of him developing and becoming the kind of hero who can stand on equal terms with Sonic the Hedgehog, who he used to think of as his idol. Now he can stand up alongside him as an equal partner, bringing his own strengths and merits to the table that Sonic doesn't have, comparatively. What? Oh no. No. Well, that'll happen. So while Sonic is literally running circles around Zeddy, Tails is figuratively running circles around them, going like, motherfucker, do you know who I am? You want to leave some laundry next to the table for me too? I can fucking demolish your plans with that as well, because I'm Tails the Fox. Don't call him that. He's Miles Tails Prower. He's not Tails the Fox. Don't call him that. I said that as an example of what you shouldn't say. He's Miles Tails Prower. Anyway. Yeah, seriously, once again, like the latest thing in well, not the latest, but one of the recent things that has gone down in Sonic Forces news is the animation. I'll put a little GIF of it, and that'll happen, and I'm dead. I'll put a little GIF of that here so you can compare and contrast. Because, God, just literally talk about scraping the bottom of the fucking barrel, looking for things. Is there any greater proof that these people just want to hate Sonic? They don't actually hate it based on anything that's actually in the games. They start from the position of, I want Sonic to be bad. I want to not like Sonic, so I'm going to look for things to complain about so I can justify my hatred towards Sonic. And, I can't find anything? Okay, well, I'll just make something up. Oh, look, grinding, dead, Yeah, good job, guys. You fucking completely betrayed your intentions and given away what your actual mentality is when it comes to grading and judging these games. Fucking jack-offs. Anyway. Like, it's a grinding level, so I can't help but be reminded. But let's fuck it, you know? Fuck them. Fuck off. Tails is being an awesome dude, and just, this game is like, fuck you! The story is one of the strongest parts about the game! I would list that as one of the core strengths, when, comparatively, I feel like the gameplay isn't what I would prefer. Even though, again, I got nothing to complain about with this gameplay. It's just different and not personally what I would prefer from a Sonic game gameplay. Just like Sonic Mania compared to Sonic Generations. Like, modern Sonic is the kind of gameplay that I want from a Sonic game now. You know what I'm saying? But even then, like, I wouldn't say the gameplay is bad. It's just not to my taste. It accomplishes what it sets out to do, for sure, I would say. So gameplay aside, now what's the story? People say the story's bad. No, I would, like, the story is one of the game's strongest aspects. Like, one of the game's best merits, one of the best things it does is it has a really fucking good story to it. There we go. Like, exploring some actual, like, oh shit, some complexity to Sonic's character, like, not complexity, like, he doesn't undergo development or anything, but it's exploring his character. It has some of the best Eggman moments. It has some of the best Tails moments.
Amy?
I mean, look at this scene.
Anybody? Huh.
Like, literally, he is fucking destitute and hopeless. And yet he strives on. But he is literally going like, oh my god, everyone I know and love is fucking dead. The world is being destroyed. Holy shit, what the fuck, holy shit. You know? Let me go and grind some animals for a spell.